Okay, Jordan, so can you just like tell me what you're doing right now with your business, what your coaching business is about, who you help?
Yeah, man. So my name's Jordan. People call me Jamos, and I run a personal branding mentorship named Brand Builder, and I help entrepreneurs, business owners create viral content and build a viral but profitable personal brand.
I mean, yeah, absolutely insane. You've done some great numbers before we started, you had above like 100,000 followers, views are going great. Um, Now, let's talk about, let's dive like right into numbers. So, if we just look like at the last like 90 days with your business, how is everything looking for you on your end?
Really great, man. Like this has been a crazy past 90 days. So I think in November it was the worst month I've ever had. And terrible. Like I was really considering like just changing everything. I didn't know what I was doing wrong and barely any leads, barely any clients that month. And I was relying on just like uh, affiliate links and just getting by with recurring subscriptions, whatever. I think it was like 3K we did. The next month, I started working with you. We started implementing a few things, and that was December. I started going viral, generating a bunch of leads. What you did was really allowed me to realize that YouTube's more of an asset.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
I did 7.6K.
Yeah.
That was December, and then January was my biggest month ever. 13.5K, I believe.
Because yeah, the main thing was like you were generating a bunch of attention. Before we even started, like your short form was dialed in, and then with
Yeah.
YouTube, like people were just getting pre-sold. Because I remember you sent me a message. Like I don't know how many days into working, but couple of weeks I believe, and you just closed one piff, and you really told me, okay, like this guy firstly watched my YouTube video, they got pre-sold through that video, they basically completely understood, okay, this is how my program looks like, all beliefs were all the beliefs were already shifted through that YouTube video, and yeah, it was just like it's just content assets that allow you to basically take strangers and people who got introduced to you through short forum to actual clients or people who hop on a call with you and they perfectly understand, okay, this is what he's about, this is what he's doing, all that stuff. Okay, so what are kind of the main three biggest challenges that you were facing, and that like we to all the people that are watching this right before this video, we actually had a call with Jordan where we made a game plan for the next 3 months, so you can actually share with people, okay, the challenges that you were facing before. You mentioned a couple of them, but also the things that we are gonna be fixing from this point now, just moving forward to basically doubling your best month and crushing 2025 and getting to those 20-30K months for your business.
Yeah. The biggest challenge I was encountering when I had that low month was just the clarity. Because as I was saying, I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know what to do, what to focus on. And I'm
Exactly.
someone who does invest in myself. I've been in mentorships, I've been in other coaching programs, but it was all the same advice repackaged. And what I really needed was just a mentor, like just to give me feedback and create a feedback loop. So then you were telling me what I exactly needed, like the problems I had in my business objectively. So the things like I need more long form content.
Yeah.
Straight onto that, closed a client. I was like, okay, I trust Martin now. I'm going to do more of what he says and take more feedback from him. The second biggest challenge was definitely just converting people. Like I didn't know what I was missing along my funnel. And we just talked about it in the game plan, but I'm generating a bunch of attention. Attention's not an issue. I know how to do that.
Exactly.
Converting them consistently to clients and knowing the numbers, that was something I struggled with because I just get overwhelmed. But now that you've painted a clearer picture for me, this is what you need to be doing step by step. You've given me the templates, the sequences, the exact like everything, the
Yep.
copy, and I just need to pretty much take it and then change it to my business. So that's helped me a lot in terms of like clarity and just following that roadmap to convert more people. The third problem was probably just, yeah, again, systemizing everything. Um, the one core program, like I like that it's synthesized, where it's just like you're on stepping stones instead
Exactly.
of like, okay, you finish one thing, cool, you implement the next thing. You finish that, you implement the next thing. So as someone who likes clarity, and I'm someone who in my life I try to do the power of one, focus on one thing, finish it, move to the next thing. It was like really exciting for me and almost made it like super make sense. Like I was really focused. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Exactly, yeah, because like as you said, like attention isn't no problem for you. Like you're great at that, and you of course help people get great results with that already. So yeah, what we really
Yeah.
plugged in is just like you have an appointment setter already, so we didn't actually have to place an appointment setter in your business. You already had that, but yeah, just because like conversions happen in conversations, like we just talked about this an hour ago, and the thing is
Yeah.
just like reaching out to every single like qualified new followers every single day, messaging all the people who liked content, comment below your content, because like I've seen a lot of coaches in it was the same situation with you, like you were messaging people who commented below, but we just talked like last month you got 10,000 new followers, and this is like 300 a day, more than 300, and then of course out of those 300, like generally looking like around 10% are actually qualified to work with you, or and then just having convos with them and just booking them, and also having an authoritative calendly, so you get exactly what you need, so you can actually prepare for the sales calls. And of course having YouTube, once again we get back to YouTube, that pre-sales them, so they don't come onto your sales call and, oh, what do you do, how is the program looking like they're just confused, and you have to explain every single thing, just repeating yourself every single sales call. But yeah, what this is allowing you to do, and just going into future, is also like just your sales calls will mainly turn into onboarding calls. Like the more we dial in YouTube, the more videos that are out, the more case studies that are out, people will just trust you, and they're just, okay, I'm ready to work with you, like in the first 10 minutes of the call, and just like, okay, perfect, here's the payment link, let's move on. And then you're just gonna onboard into the program and yeah, move forward. So mainly now let's talk about like how did, like you mentioned a couple of things, but personally, like working with me, how did I help you achieve like more of the success, get your best month so far, or like what are the most things that kind of, or the kind of the best benefits, like working with me directly one-on-one, because you know that I don't do like group calls, I don't do anything like that. I believe like group calls are shit, and like group coaching calls, we've both been, the crazy thing is that we both been last year in the same mentorship program, and then like I don't know really about you, but I left that program because I didn't get anything out of it. But like group coachings for me were like one of the things that I most hated in the actual coaching business, because I also spent more than $15,000, close to 20K on just programs, different coaches, and yeah, this is one of the things that I really hated. And with you, like I'm one-on-one, so we just look at everything, I create a game plan, these are the next steps. So like what were the main things, just like when I was helping you one-on-one, also like with messages, with phone, like when we talk through phone, can you just like go into it this a bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I think coming back to it, like the clarity piece,
Yeah.
I can message you and then you get back to me ASAP. And you don't just get back to me with like one word responses or anything like that. You go full in depth. Like you literally give me resources, templates. You say, hey, this is what I'm doing. You can copy me. So yeah, you're literally acting like a leading light for me. Like you're doing all the hard stuff, or you've done all the hard stuff, and then just giving me the solutions, or give me at the very least what I like the most, feedback.
Yeah.
So the contact has been great. The one-on-ones have been exceptional. Like that was blowing my mind, the chat we just had, and how you actually went through the effort to map it out and tailor the strategy for me. Literally, like this is going to solve so many problems that are going to take me from 13K to 20K, 40K, whatever, in the next few months, which I'm going to want to do. And then just the contacts, dude, the level of care and importance that you have for me as a client, and just willing to go all in on solving problems for me.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Now, let's talk about, like, we've talked about the problems, all that stuff, but now let's move on to the not really the positive, but let's look at the future. So, like, after the call today, you have some great understanding where to move forward, but like, what are the next 6 months looking for you? What are we gonna be doing? You can also talk about the webinar that you're gonna be launching for yourself. What are the numbers for that, like expected numbers and numbers with your program, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about how we're gonna transition to paid ads and all that stuff as well, to just scale up even more.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited at the moment because I have the attention, which is something that many people don't have.
Yep.
And now I know exactly how I'm going to start converting more. And as you said, it's just a numbers game. So like, I've got the right people coming in, majority. I just need to have a system that turns them into clients.
Exactly. Can I just pause you for a second? For all the people that are watching this, me and Jordan both tried trial reels and it didn't really turn out, especially for Jordan. He was getting some great views in hundreds of thousands on one or a couple of his videos, and yeah, he just attracting not only a bunch of Indians but a bunch of unqualified people, and for me even like people with no profile picture, zero followers, bots, or I don't know if they're bots, but just not great people. So I don't know, maybe some of you guys had great experience with trial reels, but for me and Jordan, just giving it out there, it's not the best move to grow your account, and we kind of pivoted out of it, just sticking to kind of previous Instagram features, leaving this new thing out of it. Now, yeah, sorry for interruption. Let's go.
No, that's all good. I was posting like 10 trial reels a day.
Yeah.
For the last probably 20 days, and yeah, definitely not worth it. It got like really bad. Regardless, I'm still getting heaps of good attention. So
yeah,
now I feel like I have a well-oiled machine. Last week was a bit chaotic, but talking to you again in this strategy call has just synthesized a lot for me. Because I have a big team I'm managing, and I'm like, I don't really probably need the team. I just need to focus on these core things.
Exactly.
And get those right.
Especially the stage that we are right now, between like this 10 to 20k months. Like you, appointment setter, and a video editor can do everything to get to 30k, 40k per month. Then when we go into ads, and then you can also start getting into hiring success coaches, so you can have people speaking in your program, but this is a completely different level that you don't like, we don't need to implement right now.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, so it's very synthesized now. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling that it's very possible to scale to 20k next month, and then yeah, subsequently 30k, 40k
exactly
the next 6 months.
Exactly. Now, for anybody who's like in the coaching space, there's a lot of coaches watching this that are trying to achieve the same success as you and get to the numbers that we're doing and scale, of course, as well, their coaching business as well. Like, what's one thing that you would tell them to focus on right now? Or also can be a couple of things that you've seen for you that working well, that's not like, what should they do, not do?
Absolutely. I think that if you don't have attention, it's very hard to do anything. Yep. So whether you're doing cold outreach or content, paid ads, I think just get that right first and then reverse engineer. So how are you going to turn this attention into a customer and optimize from there? Because I think you can spend hours and hours optimizing your program, optimizing your funnels, but if you're not getting attention in the first place, you're not going to get data on it. So I feel like that's the biggest thing for me. I didn't have much attention probably halfway through last year because I was transitioning my account from the AI niche to personal branding. So I took a massive hit. My account got banned twice on Instagram. And I had to recover from that. Finally recovered, got the attention back, and everything became way easier. Like 10k a month was, it was bound to happen.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, definitely, like, attention is the currency right now. Like, without attention, like, with attention, like, every business can thrive. If you just direct people to something, and of course having an ecosystem in place to take that attention is what we're mainly working in right now and improving it. Of course, you have the structure dialed in, just improving. But yeah, definitely intention is the most important thing for sure. Now, one last thing that I would just like to ask you is, like, for anybody who's watching this right now and it's like on a fence of working with me, joining my program, like, what would you tell them specifically?
I would say 110% go for it. And I'm not just speaking because I'm on the call. I genuinely know that Martin's been the best mentor I've ever had in this space. And I've hired like 3-4 mentors in the past 24 months. Yeah. Martin's been the most caring about my business and like where I am and trying to scale me. He's given me the most resources, help, and assets, and objective feedback. So he's not afraid to give me genuine feedback and tell me what I need to change. So if you're looking to scale, go Martin 100%.
Well, really appreciate that. Now, we're kind of wrapping up this call. We're coming to the end of this video. So let's get things dialed in. Make sure follow the exact roadmap that we did on a call previously, and we're just gonna crush 2025.